The Mario Kart series has to be my favourite Mario spin-off series, and out of all 8 games in the series, Mario Kart 8 has to be my favourite. So with the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass just being announced, mine, and I'm sure your excitement for the game has just skyrocketed. Although there is already a great track selection in the game, I can't wait for the game to be double the size it is now. So I wanted to create a tier list ranking all the 3D Mario Kart tracks, on the basis of how much I'd like them to be in the Booster Course Pass. Now, I didn't create this tier list, but it doesn't include Mario Kart Tour tracks, which is fine with me because I've never played that game. Anyways, let's get into the ranking. Alright, so first of all, Luigi's Raceway. I think it's just the introductory track. It's kind of just like the most basic kind of track you can get. It's in the Wii version actually, so I have played it. And who cares? Like, honestly, I could not give a shit if that's in there. We don't need any more introductory tracks. Like, we already have like 2, Mario Circuit and the Wario Stadium or something. So we don't need any more introductory tracks. We all know how to play the game. Now, Mario Raceway, that's a pretty fun track. It's one of those tracks that is just kind of boring in a way. Like, it's just like the aesthetic is normal racing games. Like, that's not what I play Mario Kart for, you know? I don't want just a boring raceway. So I would kind of say it's not a waste of space. Like, if that was in there, I would be okay with it. But I'm kind of more so indifferent, I guess you could say. Now, Moo Moo Farm, I vaguely remember this from the DS. I'm pretty sure it was really shit. I almost don't even remember the course in a way because it was so forgettable. To be fair, like, it could get some good remaster treatment because there were courses like Cheeseland that really got a great remaster to it and it just felt like a whole new course. So it could get that like really good remaster where it's got a bunch of shortcuts and stuff, but honestly, I wouldn't care if they missed out on that one. Sherbert Land, this is also in the Wii, so most of these, if not all of them, have been brought back so far. I don't have much to say about this. This is a stupid ice course. I don't think it's a waste of space, but I think it could be just a kind of average course. They don't need to bring that one back. I will say it's probably better than Moo Moo Farm though, so we'll put it right there. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm ordering it. I'm not just putting it in tiers, I'm actually ordering it. Okay, Bowser's Castle. I didn't actually know that was from the N64 one because it's also on the Wii and I just didn't even put it together that it was from the N64 one. It's a really good Bowser's Castle course, honestly. Like, it has the thwomps at the start kind of blocking you. It's got those nice little gardens on the inside and the ending with, there's that little shortcut you can do where you can go on the bricks around the side. I don't know if it's much of a shortcut, but it's like a really cool challenge thing you can do. So I would say this is like a good choice, just a good choice, you know. So Wario Stadium, this is a course I've never played. I don't know what this is like, but I have heard from a lot of people that it's a really fun course, at least for the N64, which didn't have the best selection of tracks, you know. So I've heard that this is one of the standouts, and for that, I really want to see it because I want to know if it's worth the hype. If it's not in there, I'll be like, okay, sure. I didn't need that. I mean, I have it on Mario Kart 7. It's pretty much the same. Kalimari Desert. This is a classic, but to be frank, it's honestly kind of boring. Like, most of the course is just dead desert area. And I don't know what it is about desert courses, but desert courses suck for some reason. The train element to the course where it's like flying by and you can fly over the train if it's blocking your path. I will say that's really cool and I hope they bring that back if they remaster it again. But this one's already been done recently and I'd say it's a good choice, but it's not needed. This one can suck my dick. I hated this course. It was on the DS, which I played so much as a kid. This course especially was just a pain. It's so snowy, you can barely see anything. There's like that cool, I think I'm thinking of the right course, there's like that cool snowman area where there's like a bunch of them. That's really fun. But then the whole track is just forgettable. So they could remaster it and make it really interesting, but I just don't have faith. I think that it should probably just go here. Maybe after Sherbert Land. I think it's just something they don't need to bring back. Now, this says Banshee Boardwalk, but I always thought it was called Banshee Boardwalk. Regardless of that, this honestly doesn't feel like it's a N64 track. It kind of feels like a GBA or SNES track, you know? It's so bare bones and just one straight course over like water. It's really got nothing. I think there's a little bit of nostalgia blinding me, but I will put this a little bit higher in more so indifferent. probably here. Jungle Parkway. It's the last of the N64. It's a good course. It was in the Wii version, so it is. I have played it. Like, I feel like they can't do much with it. They could add a gliding ramp instead of that cannon thing. I don't know. It's a good course at heart. It's probably one of the best on the N64. I just don't really care for it. I would put it at the top of more or so indifferent. Okay, now we move on to Double Dash. Now this is interesting because I've never played Double Dash, and it's probably just past the point where courses were starting to get a lot more creative, but there are also so many I haven't played in this. Luigi Circuit I have played, and I hate it, and I think it's a waste of space. I'm sorry Luigi is put at the bottom of this list, but look, Luigi, your courses suck. Just improve your courses and maybe you'd be at the top of the list, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and put it in a good choice. Just at the bottom though. It's gonna stay at the bottom. I don't know if it's a good choice, but it probably is because I haven't seen it. Okay, Mario Circuit. I think that was in another game. I can't remember. Most of the Mario Circuits are pretty boring, so I'm just gonna put it in waste of a slot. Who cares? Now, DK Mountain though. That is, such a change right there. This, I think, literally has to be in the game. I know it was brought back in the Wii version, but I think the shortcuts could just be really fun to pull off. Like, you know how there was that sharp turn and then you can just boost across the massive gap? I think that would be so fun. It's already one of the most beautiful courses in the Wii version, so I think if they just brought it back and just ramped up the graphics, I think this could be one of the best tracks in Mario Kart 8. So we got Peach Beach, which, it was annoying to play on, okay? It's in the Wii version, so that's where I've played it from. I didn't like it that much. It's pretty much just a loop, you know? Yeah, overall, I would say this is just an okay. I would say maybe just after Jungle Parkway. Dino Jungle. This is such a great course. I haven't played the original, but they brought it back on Mario Kart 7, and what a great choice, honestly. Once again, like DK Mountain, it's such a beautiful course. I think I just have a bias towards rainforesty courses, but how can you deny that this is just a fun course? Like, you got the dinosaur stomping, and then you fly by his head later on, and it's got that risky shortcut where, in the Mario Kart 7 version at least, where you can like glide over that massive pit. The bridge just branching different ways. There's a risky option, there's two safe options. This is top of the list. I want this so badly. So Daisy Cruiser once again is in Mario Kart 7. I'm not much of a fan for this course. I know a lot of people really like it, but I'm not too much of a fan. Not to say that I hate it, but I just think in the Mario Kart 7 version, which I think I literally played today, there are no shortcuts. You can either go down into the water section or up. I would say it's a good choice, but nothing amazing. Probably just above Kalimari Desert. So next is Waluigi Stadium, which I'm pretty sure it's in the Wii version, and I think it's pretty fun. I think this would be a really competitive course because there's so many tricks and fire rings to dodge and just ways to boost through the mud. So I think I really want to see this one. I'm putting it in this section. Maybe I should just call this the stadium section, because that's all they are at the moment. Okay, Mushroom City. Never played it. I don't know why they haven't brought this one back. I'm so interested in this, because I love pretty much all the courses that have cars driving on the road. I think they're really challenging, and I've heard this one's pretty challenging as well. So I don't know why they haven't brought it back. I have never seen this course. I never hear anyone talk about it. I don't know if it's good or not. It could be shit, but I don't care. I want this. Like, look, it looks sick. I haven't seen much of it, but I want to see more of it. I would say I'm going to put it second at the moment because it just seems so interesting. I haven't played this one either. I don't know what the Rainbow Road is like on the GameCube, but I have faith it would be good. Most Rainbow Roads are the ultimate challenge course. Most of them are hard except for the N64 version. I'm probably just going to put it there. Alright, onto the DS ones. This is the game I have the most nostalgia for. This game was my childhood. Not to say that the Wii version wasn't also my childhood, but the DS one was my first Mario Kart game, so there is going to be a little bit of nostalgia blinding me, but hopefully I can set it aside. I'm going to put it I think more so indifferent. Probably above there. As you can see down the bottom, most of the circuit courses suck ass. But I don't know what it is about this one, but this one is really fun. This one has like a lot of sharp turns in it. It's got that piranha plant section. You go through that pipe tunnel. You're surrounding Peach's castle the whole time. Definitely not a waste of space. I would say it's a good choice just because like there was nothing that actually stood out about this except for it going above my expectations of what like a circuit course should be. Luigi's Mansion. Frankly, I actually don't care too much for this course, but I will say it's a good choice. It's in Mario Kart 7, so I wouldn't mind if they don't bring it back. This, honestly, I think this could be the worst course ever made. This is such a terrible course. Like, it's an introductory course, and it is done so terribly. I'm already putting this at the bottom. It's just, it sucks ass. They're like, we need to introduce people to the game. Okay, let's make them drive in a straight line and make 2 turns. Like, we're not babies. We know how Mario Kart works. If they include that in the game, they have fucked up majorly. That is just Nintendo being out of touch once again. This is already in the game. This I'm gonna put this in. If this came in the DLC pack, I would be furious, man, because it already exists. We already have this in Mario Kart 8. No, actually, this I would rather Cheep Beach come in again than get Figure 8 Circuit. So Figure 8 Circuit still gets last place. So I would say this is probably there. Yoshi Falls. This is scum. We do not need this again. I think they brought it back for the Wii version. I will say it's the best of a waste of a slot, but that really isn't saying much. Peach Gardens. This is in the DS version? What? I always thought it was the Wii version. This is a nice course. I would say this is just like one of the most average courses. The only thing that's notable is that like this section here, they have like a roundabout thing. Who the fuck ever goes around the outside? Why is that an option? Anyways, I would say I'm more so indifferent to this coming in. Probably there. That seems like the right spot. Now, Rainbow Road for the DS. I don't remember much about this except for there being this loop-the-loop section and this spiral section where you gotta go in and out getting all the boost pads. That's really fun. I literally remember nothing else about this. I have no idea what this is about. I think we need to see this one. I don't know how many Rainbow Roads they're gonna add into this game though. That's the thing, like they already have 3 Rainbow Roads in the game. Most of the Rainbow Roads are good though, so honestly, bring like all of them over. No, I would say we really need to see this one. I think it literally has to be in the game. Shroom Ridge. I love this course. Waluigi Pinball. I know this is a lot of people's favorite track. Probably of like the entire series. Definitely of the DS game, it's a lot of people's favorite track. I won't deny it's a freaking good track. I won't say it's my favorite of all time. I think it is a bit overrated, but not too much. I think maybe a little bit overrated. The aesthetic is probably one of the best. The pinballs going down the tracks that you have to avoid as you swerve in and out. And that middle section with a bunch of like hard turns, and then that ending is just so iconic where you're in the pinball table. I will say it's probably like at the top of really want to see. Delfino Square. This one was in the DS one originally, but I think the Wii version of it is so much more fun. The starting section, driving through that little town is kind of cool, but the ending is really where it shines. It's got that shortcut where you can jump across and land on the pier. You can go through the little dirt laneway, and that jump at the end. There's just so many cool things, like the bridge moving up and down is such a fun addition. It makes the ending feel so epic. I will put that in really want to see. You know what? I think I know my favorite DS track. It's definitely got to be Bowser's Castle. This was such an ultimate course back in the day. Like, I know Rainbow Road is supposed to be the ending course to all the Mario Karts, but honestly, they could have replaced it with this Bowser's Castle because this Bowser's Castle is so phenomenal. The most iconic area of this track is the spinning wheel thing. If you fall, like, you go the longer way, it'll be such a fun thing with a bunch of people, and it's honestly gonna have to be the top right now. Dry Ruins kind of breaks away from the desert track being shit trend. This is it has no right being this good. It's a desert track and most desert tracks suck. There are so many off-road shortcuts, it's ridiculous. I can't even count how many ways that if you have a golden mushroom or a triple mushroom, you can just save so much time in this course. Even if you don't have a mushroom to do shortcuts, it's also just fun driving on the track as it's like falling down, the sand's filling up in that temple thing. I would say probably there. No, probably at the end. Toad's Factory. Toad is my favorite little boy. He's so cute. I wish instead of Toad's Factory, it was Toad's Room, and we got to go through Toad's Room. Or if it was just driving on a giant toad, kind of like Yoshi Circuit. I think that would be a lot better. But no, this course is fire, honestly. For like a introductory cup course, it's really good. So much variety to it, like it's got those conveyor belts, it's got crushing sections for some reason, I don't know why it has that, but it does. And it's got those moving platforms, and then you got that mud section at the end. This is a good choice to have in the game, but I will not be sad if it's not. Mushroom Gorge. I think this is a fan favorite. Honestly, for Mushroom Cup track, it is pretty hard. I think bouncing on the mushrooms can be bullshit sometimes. Regardless, it's a fun track. It just, after playing it so many times, it just doesn't wow me as much anymore. I would still say it's a good choice. I would put it right after Kalimari Desert. Koopa Cape. One of those tracks that I think a lot of people can agree is a hard track that's actually fun to drive on. Not like some just bullshit hard tracks, but I've had enough of this course, honestly. It feels weird saying, like, it's a good track and all. It's in the Wii version, it's in the 3DS version. I feel like we've seen all of it. It's gotten as good as it can get. The only thing I can think that would be a really good improvement to this track is, you know that tunnel section that used to have, like, the lasers on it? It would be interesting. I'm not sure if they would do it, but it'd be very interesting if they had like I feel like that'd be too difficult and too hard to kind of grasp. The camera would be changed around way too quickly. I think it's just a good choice. Okay, Bowser's Castle Wii. It's really funny because I don't remember shit about this course. I know there's a giant Bowser statue that sends fireballs at you, but that is legit all I remember of this course. I think a lot of people say it's a good one, so I'm gonna put it like right here. Okay, Daisy Circuit. Literally look at this. Circuit, circuit, circuit. Get in the circuit area. It has that one cool shortcut, but there's just like loops and turns, and you can go on the sidewalk, which is kind of cool. I'd say it's at the top of the circuit tracks. Mario Circuit. Oh my fucking god. Look, we have 2 circuits in a row. Alright, this one is absolutely trash. I can't believe they decided instead of having an original track, let's make another circuit track. It has that one cool section with the chain chomp. Otherwise, this is a super boring course. Probably there. As far as introductory tracks go, this is one of the better ones. It's not the worst track, but like I would still put it just above there. Maple Treeway is one of the best tracks ever made. It's got the same aesthetic as Delfino Square, but it is way cooler in terms of track design. There are so many sections to this, so many elements, so many things it adds to the table. I know they brought it back in Mario Kart 7, so technically it's been in each Mario Kart since it's been released, but it needs to be in each Mario Kart since it's been released because it's such a good track. I say probably there. DK Summit. I love the courses, like DK Mountain as well, where it shoots you out of a cannon and then you go downhill. Even though there are interesting tracks, they don't actually feel alive. They kind of just feel like a track, you know, it's a Mario Kart track. But this genuinely feels like you're going down a ski slope. It's so fun. It's got the massive ramp things. It's got those little hill things that you can constantly trick over. That's such a fun section. And it's got those massive turns where you don't even need mushrooms to like boost over them. It's just like a really good skill barrier. And then you've got that ending section where you can go up on the half pipes, and you've got Shy Guys dodging away. You got snow that you got to avoid. Everything comes together in that last section to make it just one of the best tracks I've ever played. So I will put it just above Maple Treeway. Now, Rainbow Road. Like I said before, we already have 3 in the game. we need more. That's all I'm gonna say. We need more. We definitely need this one. I love this Rainbow Road to bits. It's such a challenging Rainbow Road. I remember at this, like, coming back to this game, every other course I could kind of play, even though I wasn't used to the controls that much. This one was genuinely so hard to play on. Like, I couldn't trick off anything, otherwise I would just die. There's this one section where there's this gate, and I would always hit the gate and just fall off. And you know what I'm talking about. That freaking turn is so hard. If this gets added, it will without a doubt be the hardest course. I think we really need this one. Oh, we probably need a little bit more. We need that difficult course. Moonview Highway could be my favorite Wii track. I'm not sure, but like I said, I love tracks where you have cars on the road and you have to avoid them. And this one is ridiculously hard. It's got those bomb cars. I don't know, like, why are there bomb cars, you know? What purpose are bomb cars serving to the world? It's such a nice aesthetic as well, like a Moonview Highway, like night sky aesthetic. I will say the city area is a little less interesting than the introduction area where it's got the grass hills and you can do shortcuts and you can do tricks. But it is really funny when you're just driving along and a car just fucking out of nowhere turns left on you, and you're like, oh my god. And it's especially funny when it's a bomb car. You could call it bullshit because the cars turn super fast. I think it's just really fun. This literally has to be in the game. I will say, I'm putting it there. Mario Circuit. Goddamn Circuit. Why you gotta give us a freaking another Mario Circuit? We don't need Mario Circuits anymore. This one's a good one though. I won't lie. This one's decent. It has a really fun ending section. You get to drive in Peach's castle, which is kind of cool, but it's just kind of like a spiral, so it's not that interesting. It's kind of a boring course, but I would say it would be a good track to come in. It would be a good choice to see this, but it wouldn't be necessary. Guy Bazaar? Or Bazaar. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't need to know how to pronounce it. This is a really interesting course. I don't think we've ever had like a track that focuses on the Middle East kind of culture. I don't remember this track too well, and that's why I really want to see it again. I would say it belongs in the section really want to see, because I really want to see it. Okay, Cheep Lagoon is such a great way to introduce the water mechanic to Mario Kart 7. It's a simple course, I'll give you that. But it's not just like go in water. Okay, now drive in water and see how it feels. Now get out of water. It's kind of like go in water. There's a shortcut to the side. There's these clam things that offer risk and reward. Then you got that section where you can either go back in the water or you can glide through the spike things on the roof. It's a very cool introductory track. That being said, there are so many more tracks that deserve to be in this game. I would want to see it probably right there. Alpine Pass. This is a sick track. I think this was one of the ones that they really pushed in the marketing for this game because it was just such an epic kind of glide over this forest thing. It felt massive at the time. I think this would be an interesting one to see remade because although like gliding through the forest is kind of cool, once you like land in the forest, it's kind of this basic strip forward. You see how there's like pipes in it? I feel like if you could like follow the pipes, it could like boost you up and keep you in the air, and that would keep it interesting for a bit. Overall, this is a really good course. I really want to see this one come back. I don't think it literally has to be in the game, but it's one of those courses that could benefit a lot if they changed it. I'll put it there. I'd say it's a pretty interesting course. Okay, Wario Shipyard. This is another interesting course. It's a water course, which should suck, but for some reason Mario Kart 7 introduces one of the worst things that have come into video games and makes it actually fun. This is such like a water-focused level. I'm low-key blanking out on what the course layout looks like, but from memory there's a lot of flying, a lot of water. I think we really need to see this one come back. Wuhu Loop is a masterpiece. I've heard people say that nothing changed in Mario Kart 7, and that is so far from the truth. I can think of so many things that Mario Kart 7 added, which is the water, the gliding, the vehicle customization, and one of the best things they introduced was the one-lap tracks. These are just some of the most creative tracks, and one of the best versions of that was Wuhu Loop. So many shortcuts, so many path splits. There's this gliding section in it that's at the very end, and you don't have to go that way, but if you don't, you're a freaking idiot. You get to fly over like this massive gap, and there's this fan blowing you up, and there's just big view, and it's just so sick. I think this literally has to be in the game. I would go as far to say I want it second most. If this one is not in the game, I will drive, actually I won't drive, I will sail to Japan and I will knock on Nintendo's door and I will politely ask them to add this into the game, because this freaking needs to be in the game. Maka Wuhu is just like Wuhu Loop. It's a 1-lap track, but instead of being a loop, it's just like a whole journey. I don't know, I think it's still on the same island. Like, it uses the exact same map, but it just travels in a different area. Honestly, I really like this course. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know what half the course is like, because there's this one really massive shortcut. No matter what, I just wait at the back, try and get some mushrooms, and then you do this. And it puts you so far ahead. I don't know what the second lap is like. I assume it's good. I should probably find out, but I won't. I just like this track already. They probably won't add 2 Wuhu tracks. If they add one of them, I will be satisfied. But I fucking hope it's that one over this one, even though I really hope this one makes it in. Let's put this one probably right after Maple Treeway. Rosalina's Ice World. Every time I boot up the 3DS and play Mario Kart 7, I always just forget this course even exists. This is one of the most forgettable courses, I feel like. Not to say that it's bad. On the contrary, it's actually a really good course. I think we need to see this one come back. To be fair, I don't think it literally needs to be in the game. I think overall the track is fun, but it doesn't need to be in the game. But I really want to see it. So I'll put it right here. Okay, Bowser's Castle for the 3DS is a very good Bowser's Castle. It's definitely not as good as the DS one, but it is very good. I think this one kind of is a good example of what a good Mario Kart 7 course using all its mechanics is like. It's got the flying, it's got underwater, it's got a bunch of shortcuts, it's got, well, that's about it actually. But it's got a lot of stuff to it. Every section feels so fun. I don't think it needs to be in the game, but I really want to see it. Oof, I would put this right after Waluigi Pinball. Okay, final course. I didn't do this on purpose at all, but I'm just gonna straight up say it. We've saved the best for last. This is the most legendary Rainbow Road of all time. It's not really Rainbow Road. It's more of just Rainbow Road in a solar system. You're just going through a bunch of planets because it's a 1-lap track. There are just so many sections to this, and it's Rainbow Road, so they can do whatever they want. They can be as creative as they want, and they just went ham. I'm just already gonna move it up here because you already know it's gonna be number 1. Hopefully Nintendo realizes that this is the best course they've ever made and they put it in the game. But like I said before, they already have 3 Rainbow Roads. I've added another 3 in the literally has to be in this game, so I doubt that's gonna happen. Also, to say there are 48 courses, and I'm gonna do some quick counting here and see where my 48 ends at. So my 48 ends at Desert Hills. So if I was correct, which I'm not because they've already released Wave 1, these would be all the tracks that are in here, just to be my ideal list. Obviously, I'm gonna be realistic. I don't even think 50% of what I say here will get in, because I think they're gonna focus a lot more on retro courses and Mario Kart Tour. So I'm writing this outro way after I filmed this video, like 14 days or something. And there's been a lot of news stating that all the tracks are coming straight from Mario Kart Tour. And after looking at a couple videos and the trailer again, I'm almost certain that all the tracks are coming from Tour, which is kind of a shame, but at the same time, I've never played Mario Kart Tour, so I have no idea what tracks they'll actually be bringing back. If I wanted to, I could probably search up the list of tracks in Mario Kart Tour and see how many of my guesses could actually make it into the game, but I'll leave that as a surprise. I plan on buying Mario Kart 8 Deluxe just so I can play these tracks, despite already owning the Wii U version. So if you want to see me make some videos on all the waves, then go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching, peace out.